to have you join us on today's edition of the program from the territory, reaching you from the studios of NTA Channel 5, Abuja. My name is Tessie Omeri. The program returns after this time out. Do stay with us. Thank you for staying tuned. President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Beijing, China for his official visit. The presidential aircraft touched ground at Capital Airport, Beijing at about 9 a.m. local time. During the visit, the president is slated to engage the host President Xi Jinping in order to strengthen the bilateral relations between the two countries, after which memorandum of understanding will be signed. Besides his meetings with Chinese business leaders, President Tinubu will visit Huawei Technologies and the China Rail and Construction Corporation as Nigeria looks to construct the Abuja-Ibadan rail line. State House correspondent Musbah Odan Wahab reports that the president, who is also the chairman of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, will on Thursday, 5th September, participate at the opening ceremony Forum on China-Africa Cooperation at the Great Hall. And back home, the Department of Policy, Planning, Research and Statistics of the FCT Education Secretariat has unveiled 3 publications to address bullying and other emerging challenges in its schools. Onozi Yakubu witnessed the book unveiling and brought back this report.
The 3 publications unveiled are Bullying in Secondary Schools, Safety, Security and Violence-Free Schools, and Implementation Guidelines and Strategic Education Sector Plan 2021 to 2030. Represented by Siyambala Olawole, the FCTA Secretary for Education, emphasizes that the recommendations provided in the books will be adopted to address bullying and other emerging challenges in schools, urging stakeholders to read and domesticate the content of the publications.
In one of the schools in Nyanya, a student was shot in the neck by a fellow student because she was able to answer mathematical questions. And ever since that time, there have been increase in cases of bullying, either in the hostels, in the classrooms, and the school environment. And it's becoming alarming. So we have to investigate and see the root cause and how to checkmate it. This policy guideline is being implemented in all our schools. And this helps to checkmate the issue of bullying and violence in the school.
We carry out research on educational issues, especially emerging issues in education that were not covered in the last curriculum review. But they are issues that cannot be ignored, because ignoring them will hamper the education delivery. We discovered that bullying has become an issue in the education management and administration.
Stakeholders at the event include teachers, school managers, and parents. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
And developing a new approach to addressing the current security and other challenges of the country will be the focal point at the forthcoming annual convention of the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International, Nigeria. The president of the organization, Ifeanyi Odedo, gave an insight while briefing media ahead of the program in Abuja. Rosemary Motley Bilal gives us details.
The Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International Nigeria is a global non-denominational Christian organization of laymen who work towards calling men back to God and instilling godly values in business, professions, and the general marketplace. At a press briefing, the national president, Ifeanyi Odedo, announces the 2024 National Convention to hold from Thursday 5th to Saturday 7th September this year in Abuja, with the trust to uphold the nation and leaders before God for economic revival and restoration of peace across the country.
Our annual conventions usually provide opportunities to address pressing national issues. We come together to earnestly pray for the nation and other issues, and empower our members to be responsible citizens with impeccable integrity, who will collaborate with our leaders in nation building. As the Bible instructs, we are to pray for those in authority and adhere to government ordinances and societal ethics, recognizing political leaders as God's appointed ministers.
It further says the conference will serve as an opportunity to encourage Nigerians on the need for positive civil engagement and nation building.
Our mission is simple: to call men back to God and to promote godly values of integrity and hard work in the society, the marketplace, and in nation building. This year's convention will address burning spiritual, economic, marital, and health issues relevant to Nigerians' current circumstances. We gather to ignite a significant spiritual revival in line with the vision given to our apostolic founder, the late Demos Shakarian.
He finally assured all members and participants of a robust convention with a unique and indelible approach that inspires faith and confidence. Rosemary Mortelen Bilal, NTA News.
And practitioners of the complementary and alternative medicine, also known as integrative medicine, have called for partnership with the federal government for a better developed healthcare system and for rebranding the integrative medicine. Serafina Okonomekwe reports that the call was made at the induction and convocation ceremony of West Africa in Graduate College of Natural and Integrative Medicine, Abuja.
The integrative medicine practitioners look at a patient and the disease in intestinal and the seminal of the patient as a whole. We don't look at a patient as a separate entity.
Integrative medicine, though in practice for more than 200 years, according to stakeholders, for terminal diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, and cancer, the ailments are permanently treated with a rapid gentle cure with alternative medicine. To this end, the group calls for synergy with the allopathic system to handle the entire healthcare system of the country.
People are realizing that there are so many diseases that allopathic medicine only manages. Okay, so the integrative thing there is that there's now an integration with allopathic medicine and natural medicine, because you see, we have come to realize that certain diseases we've been told that could not be cured, and now we are not able to reverse them actually.
Anything that nature did not make, you are not supposed to take, because the human being is composed of 100% nature, 100% nutritional. So anything that should go into the body must be natural, 100% nature.
Integrative medicine combine both the allopathic medicine, pharmacists, laboratory scientists, traditional complementary alternative medicine, osteopaths, homeopath, traditional herbal medicines comes together to provide a solution to an ailing patient.
It's a big phenomenon all over the world, but it's fairly unknown in Nigeria and West Africa. But we are going to make it become very well known, because the value of integrative medicine is that it changes lives.
The day aimed at raising awareness about integrative medicine as a world, they say, is gradually shifting from allopathic medicine to nature. Serafina Okonomekwe, NTA News.
The Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Hausa, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the China Media Group with a view to fostering bonds of friendship and exploring cultural growth. Serafina Okonomekwe again reports that the collaboration also aims to promote bilateral cultural exchange, tourism cooperation, and improved economy.
Excellent television content is the reason for this August gathering of personalities from the media world. The launch of the brand, John Baka, stakeholders say, will increase a sense of togetherness with the aim of building sustainable development. Representative of the Minister of Information and Orientation, Suleiman Haruna, the Counselor of the Chinese Embassy, and other stakeholders say film and television, no doubt, are popular art forms, an important part of culture in modern society. Thus, a creative cultural industry working together in co-production of contents.
China and Nigeria people-to-people band has been further strengthened in recent years through co-hosting colorful cultural events such as Happy Chinese New Year Temple Fair.
I love the language, and because of the language, I know more about like you said, the diversity, the diverse cultural in Nigeria, the ethnic groups and the language.
Representing the Director General of NTA is the General Manager of NT Hausa, Aminu Habas. He says the initiative will help in the promotion of Asian and African languages with greater emphasis on Hausa language.
They believe that taking Hausa as one of the languages they believe is expanding, not only within Africa, globally. They think they have a deal with the Hausa-speaking community.
To elevate the moments, dances from the Femme Steppers dance troupe added color to the day. It is another milestone in the broadcast industry as this MOU between NTA StarTimes and the China Media Group will build a stronger bilateral bonds between Nigeria and the People's Republic of China. The collaboration is hoped to showcase the beauties and diversities of both countries. From the China Cultural Center, Serafina Okon Omekwe, NTA News.
Many thanks, Serafina. Expounding on the inexhaustible benefits of breastfeeding for babies from birth to maturity, health experts say every child should be given this advantage. National Association of Women Journalists, in collaboration with partners, played host to Women Wumba Community in FCT on advocacy for exclusive breastfeeding, with the theme Empowering Women, Promoting Breastfeeding. Cecilia Julius has more.
Healing the benefits of breastfeeding to infants and babies, resource persons drawn from different establishments called on mothers of Wumba community to take breastfeeding as a major duty. They also advise all to reduce the use of excess salt in their meals.
Encourage mothers to practice exclusive breastfeeding because it is good for their health. It helps them to prevent unnecessary grain weight. Then also it helps the uterus to contract to go back to the normal place. It prevents cancer from women in some instances.
The benefits of breastfeeding can never be overemphasized. So that is why we are collaborating with such. We want to be known and partner with such initiative that promotes good health in family, promotes good health of children, and also bring a better society.
And when we're talking about salt reduction, we're also talking about reducing other food components that contain sodium or salt, and they include bouillon cubes, which we otherwise known as seasoning cubes, ultra-processed foods. In fact, most of the salt that we consume are from processed and packaged foods, restaurant foods, and foods that we eat out.
The National Association of Women Journalists, led by the national president, Aisha Ibrahim, and the FCT chairperson, Basi Ita Ikpang, encouraged the women to take this responsibility with utmost care.
Having clearly established the fact that breastfeeding is an important part of child grooming, it is pertinent for us to continue to draw attention to the need to grow and groom children who are healthy and strong to carry on after the mothers have stepped aside.
The happy women and children expressed their joy with beautiful dance steps to add glamour to the occasion. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Many thanks, Cecilia. The National Youth Service Corps members posted to Nasarawa State have taken their oath of allegiance, the 2024 batch B Stream 2. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, in a message, advised them to be patriotic and maximize the abundant and entrepreneurial opportunities in the state for a better future. Muhammad Awalu reports.
I'm right in the NYC orientation camp in Kubwa for the swearing in of the Batch B Stream 2 corps members. The corps members expressed deep excitement that although they had to converge at the multipurpose hall, the rain could not disrupt the quality of the program.
Being part of this great team is an opportunity. Many people are praying, working to be here.
My experience in camp has been really wonderful. The early morning routine and stuff, I really enjoyed it.
The FCT Minister of State, Maria Mahmood, who was represented by the Mandate Secretary, Youth Development Secretariat, Abdullahi Suleiman Ango, officially declared the camp open, stressing that the corps members must be good ambassadors of Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Yushau Ahmed, urged the corps members to open their minds to learning and adhere to every activities lined up for them.
Their security is highly going to be protected. The FCT administration are there, having concerns about them.
They should shun traveling at night. This is one of the things that we have always been talking about. We will not get tired of talking about it because it's a problem.
Settle down and go through every program prepared for this orientation because it is packaged for there to be a transformation.
Cash prizes were given to some selected corps members for making the event colorful. In Abuja, Francis Kabile, NTA News.
That was Francisca Bille with the swearing-in ceremony of FCT corps members. She also reported a total of 2,557 were sworn in. Now let's take the report from Kefi of Muhammad Awalu of the same swearing-in of corps members from Kefi.
And uphold her honor. And uphold her honor. And glory. And glory. So help me God. So help me God.
The oath of allegiance, administered by Justice Abdullahi Ozegi, set the stage for the 2024 Batch B Stream 2 National Youth Service Corps orientation course for the corps members deployed to Nasarawa State. The State Governor Abdullahi Sule, in a message, congratulates the corps members for the exercise and enjoined them to shun all forms of vices capable of updating their image and that of the scheme.
Your efforts, both big and small, will leave indelible mark on the lives of those you serve.
NYC State Coordinator Salamatu Abdurrahman Muhammad encouraged the corps members to make positive contribution by identifying the needs of their host communities and carry out meaningful projects that will be felt by people.
As corps members, you will also participate in healthy competition to enable you imbibe the spirit of sportsmanship. You will equally be co-opted into the administrative operations of the camp, which is geared toward developing your leadership skill and for self-development.
The corps members promise to serve their country diligently.
I'm an entrepreneur, a digital entrepreneur at that. So I love skills. So what most especially the natural people should expect from me when it comes to my capacity, I can give in hand in 100%.
They should expect hard work, obedience, dedication in my work.
2,059 were sworn in, comprising 1,170 females and 889 males. From Kefi, Muhammad Awalu, NTA News.
And away from corps members, let's take a look at the environment. Calling for collective efforts to ensure that the environment is cared for, to create a safe haven for humanity, is the submission of environment experts as they reveal suitable ways to maintain good hygiene. Cecilia Julius brings us more from that.
Do you know that caring for your environment is as important as caring for your body? As experts on environment says, it constitutes a greater part of the human habitat. Therefore, the call for all to take the care for their environment seriously, especially during the rainy season.
There are those who have made that a habit to be removing, rather stealing the manhole covers. That's a big challenge that we're having. This also makes our work difficult because you now have silt washing into the line during the rains, and people now think that is a small waste bin, and they keep on tossing their waste into open manholes. So our lines are easily clogged up, increasing our cost of maintenance and difficulty, because it means that people have to physically go into the manhole to desilt it.
Revealing the dangers of lack of care for the environment, Director Abuja Environmental Protection Board, OC Brima, calls on FCT residents to ensure proper waste disposal.
First of all, government will do its own part to remove waste. That's our responsibility. For the residents too, we expect them to get proper waste bins. That's also a big challenge. We try to enforce using courts, but we appeal. That's a lot easier to do for people to get appropriately sized waste bin. 240-liter waste bin, that's the green one that you see. If you go to some estates or some residences, you see that they are broken. This cannot hold waste properly. We expect people to have appropriate waste bins in their houses. This makes our job a lot easier. When waste is containerized, we're able to remove. But if waste is loosed, it becomes fugitive. That's what you see running along the street during the rains. It's because people don't have the appropriately sized waste bins.
As a matter of urgency, he assures residents to reach out to the board if there is a breach in the sanctity of their environment. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Now let's take you on a ride to Jabi, downtown, where Aisha Bashir will give us more story.
Jabi village is a melting pot of culture, squatters and traders bubbling with brisk businesses in the day and relaxation at night, with cheap food featuring prominently on the menu of traders whose fast foods are a delight for many from near and far. Residents here share views on their community.
I've been in this Jabi for 6 to 7 years now, so I've been operating on this business. Though it was going on fine some years ago, but since let's say this year, things started changing. In fact, we are not finding it easy, but we are managing.
My nails business is not moving that much here, but it's okay with me like this, you know. And this is our area. I don't know, but if you can do business here, then you can come. No customers, everywhere is dry. Everywhere is dry. I'm only coping with this because I do girls business, so the girls must come every day.
So it is like we are forcing ourselves to be eating rice, gari, and also the somo. If not, that you doesn't buy food, our tribal food. Yes, that is Jinicom food.
And lips of residents as they expect provision of infrastructure to make life more meaningful. In Abuja, Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
Many thanks, Aisha Bashir, for that information about an interesting place here in the FCT. And it is on that note we conclude the territory. We thank you for watching. See you next week for another interesting edition. Bye for now.
no hanger to hang it on your clothes.
Okay. On my clothes, I will here. Okay, this thing, ba. It is who to hang it for me. My back, my hand. Neka! Tokai kokari. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll tell him to hang.
Please don't forget. If you talk like we're talking to him.
I shouldn't turn too much. All right. Baby, all this put. Hopefully my hair will cover all these mics, but all these things. Okay, thank you, Lord Jesus. Help us do this successfully in Jesus' name. Amen.
We are discussing problems between landlord and tenant generally.
Yes.
All right.
So we're on. A beautiful Sunday to you out there, the residents of Abuja. How are you enjoying this wonderful day? It's the Sunday show again, like always, and I welcome you specially to today's edition as it promises to be very interactive. In a complex relationship between property owners and renters, usually conflicts arise, and this happens because of sometimes because payments and sometimes responsibilities that are not being met. We look at that and hope to find solutions to this relationship so there can be peaceful coexistence. My name is Pamela Zamfara, and well, it promises to be very engaging, so relax, and I will be introducing my guest after this timeout. There's no time to... Right, welcome back from that break. You know how we do it. We always go to the streets of Abuja to find out what residents think about our topic. Neka put this together for us, so we will be watching that.
I have challenges with my landlord, though it was not something serious. I was in his house less than a year. He increased the rent. I was like, okay, I just paid for 1 year. It has not even expired, it's having me notice of increment. I said, okay, fine, no problem. And funny enough, as at then, I've already finished my house. So I now told him, okay, no problem. I didn't even reply the letter. Almost every tenant in the compound went to him, like begging for please, it should be soft. I did not go. So he called me and was like, what happened? That he has not heard from me. I said, no, there's no challenge. Already I'm having the plan of going back to my house, so I have to leave. Yeah, some of the tenants also have their own issues. And because I've stayed in the compound whereby you see the tenants not paying the landlord and all of that.
Personally, I've not really had crazy experiences with them like that. Let me be straightforward like that. Just normal mutual, basically. Maybe I've just been lucky. Let me put this, maybe I've just been lucky. So I've not really had crazy experiences with my various landlords.
They are not really concerned about taking care of their own homes whenever they collected money from or collect money from the tenants. They'll just go till another time. And sometimes you will see a tenant will have several problems with either leakage or maybe there are some things that a landlord is supposed to look into. There's a limit to what a